Yay! Flown all the way to Miami to see a guy. And I have been... Stop! And I've had the journey from hell. Okay, I pulled myself together now. I was in the Uber at 5 o'clock this morning in England on the way to Manchester Airport. I go to try and check in to my flight, and it's like, something about New York is on the app. And I was like, what? I'm not going to New York. Like, I was meant to be going to London and then straight to Miami. New York is now in my app. Why is New York in my app?
Why do people post all their most embarrassing shit online? If I was stupid enough to fly to another country to meet a girl I've never met before, and she stood me up, the last thing I'm going to do is tell the entire planet.
Yeah, but it makes for great content and it's blown up her social media anyway. So nonetheless, it's actually done a good thing for her.
So is she now getting high engagement after posting this consistently?
Yeah, because people keep wanting to know more. What happened next? What happened next? What happened next? Because the plot thickens, actually.
I know, but... Okay, look, there's been a lot of embarrassing things that have happened to me. And I'm sure there's been a lot of embarrassing things that have happened to you and everyone. I don't think I'd want to put myself out there like that for clicks. Some things should just go to the grave.
Well, she's now making it like a series on her page, if you may, of basically her Hinge dating life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's found her niche with it and now she's running with it.
I mean, all right, fair enough. She's making money. You're not going to find a date doing that, but more power to you, I guess.
A lot of people on TikTok, though, get big like this. Like, I don't know if you've heard of that Madeline girl who's dating Central C. But she just tells the most dread stories on TikTok, but everyone loves it. Like, she will tell stories that people just did not need to hear. Like, they're disgusting and embarrassing.
Like what?
Oh, one time I shat myself or whatever on my friend's floor or some bullshit like that. And it's like, sometimes I don't know if she goes online, finds like embarrassing stories that's happened to people and then makes it her own.
Yeah, probably. Clicks. Because you need to continue.
But still, you're making out like that was you that happened to. And that's just also like...
Yeah.
I go Google Heathrow departures, whatever. Flight cancelled. Excellent. I get to the airport. I'm in my little queue. The woman is really nice. I was like, please, 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 please. Is there any other flight that I can go on? Otherwise, I'm not going to get in till really late. And I'm only here for one night and then I'm moving away. This guy that I'm meant to be seeing, we've been talking for like a few months. I really like...
Imagine Miami for one night from the UK. That's not even a quick flight. Miami is literally like...
Oh, you've been before, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the flight is a good... Don't quote me. It's either 12 hours, 10 hours, or 8 hours. Either way, it's so many hours.
I mean, 8 to 12 is a big jump.
Yeah, I know, but I went LA as well, and LA, I'm sure, was the longer side of it. So I want to say LA was 12, and Miami was like a good, I don't know.
For one day
Too
as
many
well.
hours for one night, to fly there for one night, for one date with one guy, to fly back. I'm sorry, but that is just not worth it. I mean, be young, live your life, but one guy, one date.
It's not even acceptable in fucking, like, it's not even acceptable for me to go from London to Manchester for one day.
For one night, yeah. And also, but imagine that, all them hours for one guy to get stood up. That's outrageous.
In Miami.
That is outrageous.
She should have gone on Fresh and Fit. They would have had a field day of that.
Yeah. They would have had a lot to say.
I like him. He's like the first guy I've liked properly in a really long time. He lives here. He works a lot. I'm not making it. I know what you're all going to say. Anyway, the woman at the counter is really, really nice. And she was like, oh no, every flight is fully booked. I'm so sorry. I burst into tears. Why am I crying? I don't know. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that's why I'm crying. I've had 4 hours sleep because I went on a date last night that was actually really good. And I do really like him as well, so, you know, it's not that bad. Anyway, so then this woman is like...
Wait, hold on. She's going to Miami to go on a date with some guy, and she's also dating some guy in the UK.
Yeah, she said she went on a date and she really likes him as well.
She's okay, well, whatever happens, you deserve. You missing your flight, you deserve it.
Like, she seems like she just wants to date loads of people and is just having a good time. But then if that's the case, you don't got to be flying to Miami for one date.
Yeah, that's mad.
Because she's probably paid all this money as well. It doesn't even seem like he's flown her out, because you wouldn't fly a girl out and then stand her up. So she's paid all this money for a date.
That would be even fun. If someone flew you out and then stood you up, that would be even funnier, because they paid all that money and it's like, you stood me, you paid and you stood me up.
Yeah.
You essentially paid for a holiday.
Like, yes, okay. She called the people, boop, 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 boop on the phone, called the people up, managed to get me on the flight. So I went from Heathrow. I waited in Heathrow, which is actually perfect because I needed some new makeup. And I did look at Louis Vuitton, but I didn't buy anything, and now I'm regretting that as well, because actually having a cute little bag would feel great right now. Anyway, so then get to Heathrow, get on my plane. As I'm getting on my plane, this man tells me, I've been called into work, LMAO. LMAO? LMAO! No! The sun is setting, the lighting's getting bad. Anyway, I said to this man, call in sick. Are you kidding? Call in sick? Like, what? I can't call in sick.
You know what's bad though is, like, he's obviously arranged this with her, and he knows she's at an airport about to go on a plane, and he says basically, I can't see you, like, and I just think that's really bad on his part to allow someone to fly to another country knowing they're about to step on a plane to fly, and you're flopping.
Something tells me he did it for a reason. That's very strange that somebody would arrange for you to meet them for one day and then flop you when you're flying 10 hours from the UK to Miami.
Yeah.
Something tells me on her TikTok, she's probably done something. He's probably seen something going, oh, shit, this is a red flag. Now, granted, it is still a bit deep to stand someone up on a 10-hour flight, but maybe he has discovered something that is egregious. I don't know who this girl is. I have no idea. I've never seen this video before. I don't know where you found it, but something is telling me that she did something.
Great. So now I'm not seeing him, which is excellente. Feel really good about myself. So glad that I asked for an earlier flight. So glad that I got here. So what I'm going to do now, shout out to Monique at reception of my hotel, since I'm at my hotel alone now. I'm going to go down to the bar because she gave me free drinks, which she actually told me not to tell anyone about. Nobody watches my TikToks anyway, it's fine. She gave me free alcohol in the bar downstairs. So I'm going to go down to the bar and I'm going to get absolutely leathered by myself, alone, in this hotel.
You just cost Monique her job, you imbecile. How many views does this video get?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it was in the either hundreds of thousands or even the 1.5 million mark.
Yeah, well, every bar has seen this video now. Every bar will not hire Monique. This is why sometimes just don't talk.
And
don't
she
talk
was
online.
like, no one watches my TikToks, and then it blew up.
Even if nobody watches your TikTok, if somebody does something for you in good faith, and they're like, hey, here's this thing. Don't put it online. Be like, I got this free thing. I mean, you can tell your friends, no one's going to care. But you put it online, and now you've probably cost this woman her job.
Yeah.
I'm just picking up on all the red flags in this video.
People only care more about social media, clicks, views, stories, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe Monique didn't even exist.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she's
it was
just
made
saying
up.
that. Yeah, I could see that happening.
Maybe she's in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe I'll meet the man of my dreams there. Who knows? Probably not.
Right.
Well, you're not going to meet the man of your dreams almost passing out. You're going to meet a man and you're going to wish that you were dreaming.
Update. Yes, update. Shh. I'm giving you an update. Okay. As promised, I did go out and get leathered, and I've had 2 hours sleep, and now I'm paying for it, so please be kind. Before we start this, I would like to ask for 2 minutes of silence, please. The first minute of silence is for the dignity that I lost when I travelled halfway across the world to see a man that stood me up. The second minute of silence is for the self-respect that has gone missing since I decided to text him back.
So you stood her up, and yet she still wants to chat to him.
People have,
after just admitting I've lost my dignity and self-respect by flying across the world to go see this man, and I'm still going to be even dumber and text him back.
How old is she?
Don't know.
What would you say roughly looking at her?
She seems like early 20s.
You do
like
dumb
19,
shit when you're
20,
young.
21, 22.
No, she ain't no 19-year-old. But she's young. She looks young, but you do dumb shit when you're young. So I'm not going to. If this was a 30-year-old woman, I'd fucking rip her to shreds for this. But you haven't experienced the world. Hopefully this is a lesson to her. And maybe a lesson to young girls watching, even guys. Everyone does stupid shit in their 20s, so I'm not going to go in hard on her like I ain't done dumb shit before. I've definitely never flown to another country for a girl for one day to be stood up to then text her. You must be insane. If that happened to me, I'll tell you exactly what I did, what I would do. If I went somewhere and she stood me up, I would look for the cheapest hotel, whatever. I would download a season of anime. I would just sit there and watch a show, talk to my friends on Discord and go home.
But you may as well go and explore the country whilst you're there. I definitely wouldn't text. Absolutely not. But you're in another country, you may as well see it.
Yeah, if I'm in another country. But the chances of me flying to another country for a girl I've met online, that is astronomically low. She's flying here. I'm not flying there. What are you smiling at?
You know what I'm smiling about.
Did I fly somewhere?
No, you didn't.
Oh, you did. I'm not flaming you. You did what you did. That was like a while ago now anyway. I'm sure you've learned your lesson.
I mean, there was no lesson to be learned, really.
Of course there's a lesson to be learned in everything.
Nah.
No? You don't think so?
I wouldn't do it again, but...
Well, there you go.
It wasn't bad. That was like, oh my God, that was so bad. I should never do that again. Like, it was fine.
Do you know what? For me, I hate my time being wasted. If I feel like I've gone somewhere and someone's wasted my time, my blood pressure goes through the roof.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can't stand, my time being wasted.
Yeah. My time never got wasted there.
Huh?
My time never got wasted.
You don't think?
Well, in some senses, yes, but I never got fucking stood up.
You didn't get stood up, but let's not get into it.
Stop judging me. We've all done silly things, okay? We have all done silly things. There's a few things I need to clear up before I even go into this update. The first thing that needs to be cleared up is that this man works nights. So for everybody saying like, why don't you just go for dinner, blah, blah, blah. He worked from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m.
That's rough.
Second thing...
Yeah, right. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. my ass.
I've done a shift like that before. It's
yeah,
horrible.
You have, but imagine the convenience.
The convenience?
Of a guy miraculously doing a night shift on the day that you're supposed to see him. The day that you've flown halfway across the world.
No, I mean, he might be bluffing, but I've worked a shift like that. After that, you ain't talking to nobody. The world, you don't even feel like you're on planet Earth. You're just looking for your bed. I remember leaving when I was younger. I did a shift like that, and I left the warehouse. And I remember I had to walk to the station, and that walk, I felt like I was in Narnia. I was so delirious. I was so all over the place. So, yeah, I wouldn't be stupid enough to set up a date if I worked night shifts. That's all long. Because you're sleeping during the day.
Or you would not allow yourself to get called into work and accept the shift.
Yeah.
Knowing someone's on an aeroplane for how many hours coming to see you.
Yeah. Maybe it's like maybe if they're both young, he's probably talking to his boys going, yeah, she flew in for me, bro, but part her off.
Literally.
So that's why. The second thing that I need to tell you guys is that this is actually the second time he's done me up. When I hear these things out loud, when I say these things to myself, I hear them. I know. Okay? I know. Okay? I know. I was in Miami a few months ago. That's when we started talking. That's when we met. We were meant to go on a first date and he stood me up then too. For the same reason. Yep. Moving on to the update. I was on the plane. He fell asleep, like he was asleep while I was on the plane because he, as I said, works nights. He woke up at like 4 p.m. I landed at 6 p.m. He woke up at 4 and texted me and was like, hey honey, like how are you doing? Huh? What? I texted him back like, so I'm assuming you're not taking work off. I'm assuming you're not calling in sick. And he was like, no, you know what? I'm actually just going to put the messages up here so you can see. He also voice noted me. I'm going to cover his voice with a thing.
Just fucking get to it.
Firstly, because it's funnier. Secondly, because I do want to protect his identity. I don't know why. Because I'm an idiot, probably.
No, not because you're an idiot. Because you can't dox somebody because they stood you up on a date, right? You can't do that to someone. You can't put their information out there. You shouldn't be baiting him out anyway. Like, you shouldn't really be putting it. I don't think you can put the text message on screen, but don't put his name there and shit.
But also, I just think it's even more outrageous that he stood her up and then wants to just text her as normal, and like a dickhead, she responds.
There's two sides to every story. Okay, let's just bear in mind. We've watched videos like this before, and then we hear the other side, and we're like, oh, that paints a whole other picture. So I hear what she's saying, but I'm not like, oh, he stood her up, he's a prick. I think there's something else going on here, personally.
Interesting.
What I will say is, after this voice note, the last voice note he sent me, he has not reached out to me since. He's watched every one of my Insta stories. He's probably seen this TikTok, and he has not reached out to see how I am. And I think that probably tells us all we need to know. I think he still thinks when I'm back in a week, we're gonna meet.
I would not meet up with her if I went on TikTok and saw her discussing my date. Okay, I went into work. Okay, I stood you up. But the minute you put the information online, well, I'm not talking to you. Because anything I do now could go online. You've managed to garner a following from these videos. So what's to stop you from continuously posting?
No. Play silly games, win silly prizes.
No, if he continues talking to her, that's playing a silly game. He's doing the smart thing now. No. Don't chat to her.
Chatting to someone, making them fly across the world to come see you for a date, and then standing them up and going to work is a dick move.
Yeah, that is a dick move.
Play silly games, win silly prizes.
Oh, she's won a silly prize. No,
he wanted to fuck around and find out. So that's what happened.
But if he's ignoring her because she's put it on TikTok, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. That I agree with. I would as well. If do you know what I mean? But it's clear he didn't like her anyway. Otherwise, he would have made sure he showed up. But he's suffering the consequences of his bad actions.
Let me tell you what's happened here. Okay, what happened was he was talking to you when he was horny. Yeah. And he spoke it up, and then he probably had a bash.
Yeah.
Came back to his senses and was like, shit, she's booked a fucking flight. Yeah. Doesn't want to see you because he's probably not attracted to you at all. Yeah. Probably doesn't find you physically attractive or mentally attractive. He was probably looking for a nut. Now he's snapped back to his senses. Now he's doing everything he can to avoid you, but he's probably also texting you, hey, honey, because there's a part of him that is either like, I should keep her on the back burner in case I get horny again. Just telling you how it is. Or I feel a little bit bad. Let me just say hello. Yeah. It's one of those two things.
A lot of people from, like, when they're based in another country will talk to people and flirt and stuff because they know they haven't got that pressure of actually having to meet up.
Yeah.
It's someone you can just text a bit of fun to and then know.
Yeah.
I don't actually have to get out my bed and entertain you.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just a case of my dick was hard in the moment. I'm so sorry. And it's a scummy thing to do. Yeah. I'm not defending it. I'm just telling you what it is. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
I agree.
I think that's what he thinks. I genuinely don't know what to do here. I don't know whether, because this is the other thing that I didn't tell you guys, is that I am coming back in like a week. So like there is still an opportunity for him to see me when I come back. Am I making excuses for him? I don't know. I'm just going to leave the receipts here and you guys can tell me what you think, okay? Also, last thing, if you're one of the haters that keeps saying, like, of course he stood you up, you went on a date the night before, or blah, blah, blah. I'm dating people. I can go on first dates with a few people. I'm sure that's what he's doing. I'm sure that's what every guy...
Let me just say from my perspective, right? If the people are sending her hate comments, not that she should get any hate comments, but if people are saying to her, maybe he stood you up because he saw that initial video and he knew that you were going on a date, because from what I can see, when you went through her TikTok, this was not her first time posting and she had a lot of followers. So because she talks about her dates, I'm assuming she probably spoke about the date beforehand. Oh, I really like this guy, blah, blah, blah. He might have seen that and been like, fuck this. I'm not even going to tell you now. Listen, if I'm going on a date with you, this is just me speaking personally. There is no I'm dating multiple people situation. Amen. That doesn't work for me. If I hear that, in my mind, I don't owe you anything now. Do what you want. Fly to Narnia. I don't care. Amen. Not my responsibility. If we get into a thing, even for me, even if it's a casual thing, I don't like to split my time up between multiple people. So I expect that of the person that I'm either seeing seriously or casually. So if I saw her do that on TikTok, as you lot might not agree with me, I am not going to message you, because I would have already established beforehand that we're dating. You're not dating everybody. And besides, I don't want to talk to a girl that's dating everybody. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is what shows that she's just as unserious as him. And I don't think she's got any leg to stand on with complaining, because the whole point of dating is to try and find the one, essentially. Otherwise, I wouldn't consider it dating. I'd just consider it having fun, just whatever. So she's like, in the first video, she was saying, oh, maybe I'll meet my husband at the bar, whatever. So she's either looking for a husband and needs to, take things a bit more serious and not make dumb decisions like fly to Miami to see a guy. Like, what was she actually thinking? Or she needs to just admit that she's just messing about, because that whole dating multiple people is a concept I can't grasp, because how are you supposed to build with someone or, really get to know them and enjoy them if you're always constantly on dates with other people? Mm-hmm. And then it's like you're never going to feel satisfied or fulfilled with one person because you're always looking at the next. Like, you're just... It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but how are you going to build when your eyes are still open for other people? You're not focused on actually gaining something with one person. Secondly, I just don't understand how someone can be so dumb and naive to just get stood up by a guy after flying 10 hours and then still think, I'm coming back in a week. Maybe he'll want to see me this time. Fucking get rid. If you're dating loads of people, why are you stressing about this one guy who's halfway across the world from you anyway?
That's true. That's a good point.
Like,
you went on a date, you really, really liked it, and then you were like, I'm gonna get on a plane to Miami. How much dick are you out here sucking? Let's come on, man. Let's be serious. And if you're putting it on TikTok, I'm sorry. Like, as a matter of fact, personally speaking, I don't know about you. If a girl's doing TikTok, I don't think I can even go. I don't think I can engage. I don't mind YouTube. Twitch might be going too far for me as well, depending on what she's doing. Depends on what side of Twitch she's on. But TikTokers, because no offense to any of my friends that are TikTokers, but that scene, there's already going to be tomfoolery. Our relationship's going to be online. I don't want that. I don't want any of that shit.
I want that.
I want a private person. I don't mind if she's an internet personality, but keep your internet shit on the internet. Don't bring it home. Don't bring that shit home. And TikTok, I'm on this guy's side. Fuck this girl, man. She's a red flag. She comes over to Miami. She gets plastered. She's been on a date with some other guy just before she's gotten there. She's posting it all over TikTok. Nah, man, I'm on this guy's side, man. Do every night shift you need to get away from her.
Interesting.
That I'm dating is doing, and I think that's very healthy to be going on multiple dates and meeting multiple people. I don't think I should be crucified for that.
What do you think? You think that's healthy?
No.
I don't think that's healthy.
Because I just think no one will ever end up getting into a relationship if you just keep looking for more.
Yeah, look, studies show, right, when people in the West go on dates, more often than not, they sleep together. That happens. Whether it's the first date, second date, or third date. When you're dating somebody, the intention there for most people is to bag them. And multiple studies have shown that sleeping with multiple people, for men and women, is not good for you. Now, I'm not saying we haven't done that people in the West don't do that. I'm just saying that is what it is. So it's not healthy to do that. I get the urge and I get the excitement of being with somebody new, but
that's where the problem lies. You're never going to be satisfied with one if the excitement is there for loads of new people.
I think people don't know how to temper their excitement. Like, I'm not being a prude and saying don't sleep with somebody that you like. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not healthy to be sleeping with multiple people.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll meet somebody and you'll really, really like them and be sexually attracted to them, but maybe not see maybe you can't see a future, but you just you're enjoying the moment of them. I'm not ragging on people for that. It's different for everyone. But her saying it's healthy, it's not healthy. That's not a healthy thing to do.
But this is the thing. From a first date, from the offset, you will know whether you like someone or not. You will know whether you've clicked and hit it off or whether it was awkward and you don't want to see them again. You'll know ideally what their intentions are by the way that they behave on the first date. You'll know whether you like the way that they look. You'll know whether you like the way that they act. From a first meeting point of view, you'd know, I can fuck with this person, I can't.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think so.
I think the last part I agree with. You like the way they look. You like what's presented before you.
So you're willing to go on a second date. But if you do a first date and you're like, nah, then next. And then...
No, I hear that. But what I'm saying is you like the way they look because you go on a date with them. Maybe they're saying things that you like. You're like, okay, I want to go on a second date. But
exactly.
You won't know if you actually like this person yet properly because people are multi-layered.
Correct.
Right?
But if you like what you've seen from the first date, you'll go on a next and get to know them a bit more.
Yeah.
But if you do that and then you're going on another one with another one, you're not focusing on actually trying to truly see this person for who and what they are.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I also don't know where people find the time. But again, you said that she's early 20s. So.
True. Well, I don't know that for sure, but she seems it. I mean, if she's late 20s and acting like that, I'd be worried.
That's a red flag.
Yeah. Did you make it, honey? I just woke up. It was going to be too late anyways. Then she wrote, what was going to be too late, ? Also, are you two different people, ? Because you liked my story an hour ago, ? He put, I woke up and went back to sleep. It happens sometimes, LOL. She put, fair enough. Also, I land at 6. I'm assuming you're going to work, ? He put, yeah, I'll show you my schedule and how they changed it literally last night, which is a violation. So I'm getting more money still. She put, it's fine. I believe you. Then he put, nah, I'm showing you because I was looking forward to it.
If a girl says it's fine, it's definitely not fine.
He said, because I was looking forward to it a lot. She put, it's not that I don't believe you, mate. It's just annoying. I feel disappointed a lot and I don't want that, you know? He put, if you lived down here, it would be different and we made it this far, but I do understand. I'm glad you'll be closer soon. She put, you understand what? Then he put, my schedule fucking blows, man. He replied that like a long time after. Anyway, she put, it's not even that, honestly. I actually really understand that work is important more than most people. I do get it. I think I just would have liked the more effort, like let's go for breakfast when I finished or fucking Uber Eats me a Mackey's or something. I don't know. You've blown me off twice now after I literally asked my company to change my flights and then begged the woman for an earlier flight this morning. It just feels shitty and something feels off. That emoji. And then he sent the voice note.
Which she didn't let us listen to.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does. Okay, well, before she plays it, let me just say.
She plays it.
She plays it.
I play it.
Oh, I was talking about the girl in the video.
Well, I'm controlling the video.
All right, so relax. Before this voice note plays...
Just say before Sabby plays it.
Before Sab plays the fucking voice note.
Sabby.
I call you Sab all the time.
Sabby. Before Sabby plays it.
You can't command me.
Why are you making this so difficult?
I don't think I am. I think you are.
No, because you could have just said before Sabby plays the voice note.
I call you Sab all the time.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound right in that sentence.
Before Sab plays the voice note?
Yeah.
What?
Sab is more like it just
before Sabby plays the voice note.
See how simple women are. Like you can just do something and then they'll be fine. But instead you want to do all this back forth and give yourself headache and act like the woman's a problem when you could have just done what she was asking in the first place. Anyway.
Stay single, guys. Before the voice note is played, I have worked these jobs before. They do actually fuck with your schedule a lot. Night jobs in particular, they do fuck with you.
So you still believe this night job situation?
I do. I'm taking this guy's side. And the reason I'm taking this guy's side is because I've been in that situation. Also, because of the kind of work I do, you know how you've even seen in my group chat the arguments I've gotten into because I'm like, oh, I was coming out today, but they've called me in for something. So I'm going to take his side. I've done night shifts before. And those are the kinds of jobs where people are especially expendable. Night shift jobs, Pete, that turnover is quick. So if they say come in, money. If they say come in, you're coming in.
But would you do that if you knew a girl was on a plane flying 10 hours to come see you?
Well, I've got rent to pay. I'm sorry.
Would you actually do that?
Okay,
I don't believe you would. If you was talking to a girl for a few months and you really liked her, and you both arranged for her to fly out and come and see you, and then your work calls you and you know she's only there for one night, and your work calls you and says, Mike, I need you to come in tonight, you're really going to actually agree to it knowing somebody's flying 10 hours to come and see you? No, you wouldn't. You're lying.
If I said no and they fired me just to see her for one day, does that make sense? How does that make sense? Your flight is less important than my job. You know that.
So what would you do?
I'd say, sorry, my manager's a dick. I don't have that kind of goodwill at work. Unfortunately, I have to go in. What do you want me to do? You're going to pay you pay my rent? I'll take you on a date.
So are you going to pay for her flight? Because she just wasted her money coming out here for no reason.
Depends on how much I like her. Maybe we can go halves. I ain't paying for your whole flight. Why am I paying for your whole flight? Or your whole flight?
Because she's
maybe
flown
what we
out
can
there
do,
to see you, and you've arranged it.
What we can do
and
as a caveat,
her, and you want her to go halves when that's not her fault. Outrageous behaviour.
Circumstances called for me to go in. I was being a responsible adult.
I understand that.
If anything, what I could say to her is, look, you've flown here now. You've booked for the return or whatever. Forget that. I'll pay for your return. Just stay. If I really want her to stay.
But she can't stay because she's now got work the next day.
Oh, well, look at the predicament we're in. You got responsibilities as well.
So you pay for her flight back?
No, I ain't paying for shit. Shit happens.
Wow.
Shit happens, man.
Definitely stay single, guys.
Hey, don't worry, I'm not flying girls in anyway.
Wow.
There's plenty of girls in England. Like, I'm flying a girl in from Czechoslovakia. Like, I'm sorry, I got work today.
You might find a nice Japanese babe and you fly her over.
She'll fly herself over.
Yeah, and then you stand her up and expect her to just waste her time in the UK and then fly back, wasting all that money for no reason.
Okay, let me ask you.
I hope she does fly over, and I hope she does find a nice man who takes her out on a date that night and has a good time, and then pays for her flight home as well.
You see how much I care when I'm playing Tekken? If a guy flew out
That's your business.
It is my business. I'll be on Helldivers. Quite happy. If a guy was flying over here to see you and you got called in for work, would you pay for his flight? Say you paid $1,000 to come here. You paying for his flight? Oh, you don't think you should because you're a woman, right?
Damn right.
Yeah, I got bills to pay.
But if I made this arrangement with a guy and my job tried to call me in when I made this arrangement, I will say, I can't. I've booked this day off for a reason.
And if you had the kind of job where like, well, you don't come in, you get fired.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, that's irresponsible.
They can't do that. That's unfair dismissal anyways. If I've booked it off as annual leave and you want to fire me because I've decided to not come in when I've booked it off as annual leave, that's unfair dismissal. I'm taking your ass to court.
What if you've done loads of things in the build up to this and you're on your final warning, last leg?
I've booked it off as annual leave. That's unfair dismissal. I'm taking your ass to court.
He hasn't booked it off. He's made it very clear they changed the schedule.
Then he's a dick.
No, if you have the day off, you're like, oh, I've got this day off. They changed the schedule. Shit happens.
No, because he was not scheduled to work that day. I've made plans.
Listen to me, ladies.
It doesn't work like that in the work industry. They can't just fire you because you didn't come in on a day that you were supposed to be off. It is unfair dismissal, and that company will get taken down.
Look, semantics aside, just be aware if you're flying to another country, you're going into foreign land, you don't know what's going to happen. Be aware that shit could go down, okay? We've already done a story about another girl that flew out to California, wherever it was, to see some guy. She was like, oh, he likes me so much, blah, blah, blah. All that guy did was rail her in her bedroom and send her back home. And she made a video complaining about it. Like, come on, be serious here. I would be more, if I was a woman and a guy wanted to fly me out, I would be more inclined to meet him if we met in a mutual spot.
Well, he clearly ain't flown her out. She flew herself out.
Or if we were going to fly, I would be like, okay, you don't want to come to England. I don't want to come to wherever you're from. Let's meet in the middle, right? We'll go on a date in the middle. Just so it's not too much of a burden on one person. Anyway, we're arguing semantics. Pay for your own flight.
Oh, I mean, do you not think that I'm sad? I am.
Wait. There's no way she flew out for a guy that sounds like this.
No, that's that she's put the voice effect over it.
Oh, TikTok could do that.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's a
say,
voice effect. He don't need.
Fucking met Daffy Duck on Tinder. What the fuck?
No. It's a.
I was pretty fucking upset when I saw my schedule change again. Because it's bullshit. And yeah, I was looking forward just to finally seeing you, which I'd love to do still. But yeah, just think I wasn't upset is wrong. I was upset. Very upset, because I had my whole day planned out for that, and, yeah, it got fucked up again. So, don't think that I was not, and I still am. I'm still upset about it. I bitched about it all fucking day at work. So yeah.
I bitched about it all fucking day at work. I thought he was working nights.
Oh my lord, this is why you got to choose your
I
words.
thought he was working nights.
Very carefully.
You
with
wouldn't
women.
say all day if you was working a night shift. You would say all night.
No, that's your day though.
No.
Have you ever worked night shift?
No, yes,
haven't?
I have. Yes, I have actually.
You done a 6 till 6?
Yes, I have.
So then
How about that? And I would not say I complained all day. I would say I complained all night, or I would say I was complaining at work. I wouldn't say all day when I know it was 12 a.m.
This is one of those things where Sabi knows exactly what he means, but he said the wrong word, and now he's going to get spit roasted for it.
I think his lying ass is getting caught out.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think he's probably just tired and he said all
Yeah,
day.
and do you know what we gathered in one of the last videos that we did? That you're a bad judge of character. So I'm not going to listen to your opinion now.
I'm not a bad judge of character.
Yes, you are. You got it
that's
wrong.
That's rich coming from you.
3 times.
I got what?
3
the gender
times.
thing.
What do you mean that's rich coming from me? I'm sorry, what?
If you want to call me out, I'll call you out.
What's that all about, Michael?
What we were talking about earlier.
That's not me being a bad judge of character.
No? You don't
No.
think so?
No. Because I knew what I was getting myself into.
So
I wasn't dumb. I wasn't fooled, and I told you everything. We're not about to hot up my business here, but I told you everything.
So you
So I knew what
you
was
saw
going
the
on.
traffic, and you just jumped into it.
Yeah, I did.
It's even worse.
We've all done dumb things in our time,
We have.
but at least I wasn't being naive. Like, well, maybe. Do you know what I mean? It's like I knew. Anyway, we're not about to get into this.
It's just, I don't know. Just a lot sometimes, so I'm off work. You're probably sleeping. Again, I apologize. I really wanted to see you. Like, it would have meant a lot to me to see you. And, yeah, hopefully you still want to.
Okay, well, he didn't want to see her because he would have been like, right, I'm off work. Where can I meet? Was she still in Miami at that point?
Don't know.
He would have, if he wants to meet her, he would have gone to meet her. This girl's a donut for flying out to see this guy. I tell people all the time, don't do that shit. It's not worth it. There's too many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
He's not into you. He was just hard when he was talking to you. He knocked one out, or he did whatever he was doing, and you paid the price for it. It is what it is. Let it be a lesson to people. This is not the first time we've done a video like this. It probably won't be the last time. People just do not learn. They don't learn. You got this whole country here, and you want to fly out to Miami.
Okay. Do you want to know what actually happened then?
Yeah, I guess. I thought we did know.
No.
So she's not a donut.
No. Well,
Really?
she's a donut for flying 10 hours to go see him, but he is a dick.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Good Judge of Character.
Wait, what does that mean? I didn't say he's a good person.
You said a lot. You'll see it when you watch this back.
I know what I said.
Yeah, all right, mate.
This TikTok is for the man that stood me up in Miami. Hi, Matt. How are you? How's your girlfriend? I know! She is a gem. She's actually wonderful. You were very lucky. Well, I guess I should say ex-girlfriend now. You were so lucky to have her. She's fantastic. We've had such a lovely conversation this morning. Learned so much about you and the 30 other girls that you have been talking to. My favourite part about this story, and this is the last time I will ever talk about you, this is the last bit of energy you're ever going to get from me, but my favourite part about this story is that you are the reason she found out. She didn't even see my TikTok. You saw my TikTok, you freaked out, and she thought, that's really strange, why is he acting so weird? She checked your phone. She checked your phone. She saw the 300 plus photos you have of girls on there. Weird. I think maybe you need some help with that. She saw everything. And she texted me this morning. I am gonna put the screenshots on here just so you can see. Again, she's asked me to cover her name and her face and her voice. I won't show that, but she has told me that I can share this with you and the world. I also am going to do something extremely unhinged, which is ironic since we met on Hinge. And I am going to show everybody, on a side note, please nobody, no hate, no death threats, no anything, but girls out there, I want you to see who this man is, because karma will always come around to get you. It will always get you, and you deserve to be alone. So your girlfriend is so nice that she sent me your TikTok username. So you're actually tagged in the caption so that you definitely don't miss this one. I'm going to just leave that here. I'm going to post all the receipts for everybody to see. And yeah, this is the last time you will ever hear from me. This is the last time I hope any girl ever hears from you until you go to therapy.
This is why you should be careful what you do, because there is some unhinged girls out there who will do shit like this, because I don't agree with stuff like that. And I'm the sort of person, I'll be quiet and keep it moving because I don't like drama. I'd rather not even waste my time and energy on confronting it. But there is girls out there who will go through the great lengths and extremes to post things, talk to other people, like, all of that stuff. So, play silly games, win silly prizes.
There's something very fishy about this story. She said that he has been talking to 30 other girls. And he has over 300 pictures in his phone of girls sending him nudes. This guy's like,
she didn't say nudes.
That's
nudes, how rumors start.
Nudes or whatever it is girls are sending. I don't know, man. This sounds fabricated to me. Also, whatever she's about to play, this could come from anyone. I could literally call you up and be like, Sabi, let's run a story.
But she's tagged him in it. So if she's
No, I'm not saying he's not real. I'm saying I know he's real, but the lengths that, because the thing is that let's say that I did this to you.
Yeah.
You could tag me in a TikTok. You can make out like I had a girlfriend. You could fabricate text messages with your sister and put my name there, and you can put my picture online. We don't know if this is like, the thing is that girls can be very, very vindictive, right, when they don't get their way. We both know this. We've both seen loads of situations where it gets you're like, relax, like you're doing too much, right? So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's completely fake. But
I can't believe
something seems off here.
The truth has come to light, and you still want to stand by this guy.
That's not the truth.
That's outrageous. Because if the roles were flipped and this was a guy who's done this about a girl, you'd be like, yeah, like you wouldn't still be agreeing like that. Like,
no, I'm just an evidence-based person. I'm saying that she could be telling the truth, but text messages in this day and age are very, very easy to fabricate. So I'm just saying, don't believe everything you see, even when people post receipts.
Yeah.
The thing is, if me and Sabi could get into an argument, and I could take what's happened there, we could get into an argument on camera, right? Let's say we get into a real argument on camera. She says some nasty things to me, I say some nasty things to her. You guys will see it. Let's say it's on a live stream, so it can't be edited. Then I'm upset at Sabi, right? I'm pissed. She's humiliated me in front of hundreds of people. I go to one of my boys, yo, Ricardo, I'm changing your name to Sabi on my phone, change your display picture. And then we get into it. That can happen because you can't post someone's number online, right? So you're just going to be posting pictures of a text message. I'm just saying, don't believe everything you see. People can be very, very dubious. That could happen, right?
Yeah, it can. But I don't think that's happened in this instance.
I'm just saying.
But you're still sticking by him.
It's not that I'm sticking by him. I don't know. If what she's saying is true, then he's a scumbag, obviously. If he's got a girlfriend doing that, he's a scumbag. I'm just saying, her story is a bit Hollywood-esque. 30 girls, 300 pictures. I don't know, man.
She's received a message from someone says, hi, can I please ask you some questions about someone I think you may have talked to? Not a scam, I promise.
So this is the girlfriend now.
Yeah. And then because him and I have been dating for a while now, interesting. I'm not mad at you because you probably didn't know. He's just trying to deny everything, and then there's voice notes.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. This is like not a funny situation. Like, I'm fucked up right now, but that TikTok is hilarious because like the way that I literally like, what if I happen to like scroll upon that and watch the video and then like found out like that? I found out because he was being weird and hiding his phone from me, being like really aggressive about it. And I went on his phone, and not only was he texting you and like, doing stuff like, I feel like the stuff that he said to you was not the worst at all. Like, he said way worse to other people, sent photos, whatever. But he was texting like 25 to 30 people. Yeah, and we've been together for a while. Like, like planning on getting married, having kids, starting a family, Jesus. My God. That makes so much sense because, like, you posted that, like, last night, right? Around the time that you posted it is when he started acting really fucking weird, and that's when I, like, checked his story, and he left. Like, he left and went to the gym very quickly. Like, he just scooted out of there. So he probably, like, wanted to, like, stalk you. He wanted to watch that video again. Like, maybe, I don't know if he texted you. He was probably going to, though, but, like, 10 minutes after he left for the gym, I texted him and said, get the fuck back here right now. We need to talk, because I like speed ran that phone jack.
There's something fishy about those messages. There's something. I'm just a suspicious person. I am suspicious of everybody. So I understand why she blurred out the name and all that. But there's something about those things. And also, if you're planning to marry somebody, have kids with them, all this, that, and the other, would you really go out for drinks and all that with the person that he's been trying to sleep with? I know it's not her fault, but do you really want to see the woman that he was trying to... that's just weird to me. I'm not going out with a guy who's trying to bang my girl, even if he didn't know. We're not going out for drinks afterwards. Yeah, he's told me there's no hard feelings because he didn't know, whatever. We keep it moving. We're going out for drinks and sending him pictures. What are we in fucking year 10?
Girls do that sort of stuff. Like, I saw a video before, and this guy was like dating 3 girls all at the same time. So they all met up.
Yeah.
And then, like, one of them was already in the house with him. And then the other one came and knocked on the door and was like, hi, and he's all acting shady. And then the other 2 walk from around the corner, and then he's got like 4 girls all just standing there. And he's like, this is just weird, y'all. Shut the door on them.
I saw one where this guy stood on business, right? He got caught in the act, and his girl came around the corner. He had another girl on his lap, and he just doubled down. He was like, yeah, so what? So like, they were trying to like make him feel bad. They were like, the cameras in his face was that to when you catch a cheater out or whatever. And they were like, haven't you got anything to say? And he was like, yeah, you interrupted me. I was about to like, and they were like, your girl's sitting right there. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, holy shit. They tried to embarrass him. He just flipped the script, and the girl ended up crying and walking out. In his mind, it was probably like, oh, fucked up. But he saw the camera. He was like, nah, I ain't going out like that. I couldn't believe it.
No remorse.
It was the most savage thing. If I find it, I would chop it in here. But it was the most savage thing I've ever seen. But as for this story, I don't know, man. Something's not adding up here to me. I find it weird when people are like, let's go out for drinks and send him pictures.
Because he's not going to care.
He's not going to care.
He's really not going to care. If he's talking to 30 women, as they say, he's not going to care. Trust me.
He's not going to care, man. Wasting your damn time. Yeah. That's all you're doing.
You should never go through that much effort for a guy who's just not serious.
My verdict, as harsh as this might sound, don't be accepting dates in foreign lands. Meet in the same place. And, there's something about this girl that doesn't add up. Her story... I feel like there's holes to be poked around. I'm not going to go poking because I don't care enough, but I don't entirely believe her.
And my verdict is be loyal.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Be loyal. Don't cheat on your girl or your guy. It's not a good look.